Hey everyone, welcome back to the Archangel 15. This is going to be part 3 of the fake town where I live. Please, please, I beg you, of all the presentations I've done in the past with numerous parts, watch them in sequential order. Start with part 1, the last one was part 2, and this is going to be the final one, I promise. Part 3, at least I hope. So, this is the most interesting one. This one, I'm actually going to start talking about the specific areas, where all of this stuff happened and occurred. And I mentioned, I've talked innumerable times in the past about bunkers, underground, deep underground places. And like I said, there's too much for me to go into. I could talk forever and a day about this. But I live in a fake town. Every single person I've known has been involved in this. This specific area is of great value. I've done a lot of work for the Russians in the past and the Chinese. Remote viewing areas. Some of them are very obvious. It's almost like fishing in a barrel. This is almost unethical. To have grown up in this area with these people had an obvious plan. Like I said, to use me as for part of this evil agenda, and partially they are because of my abilities to control the ionosphere. I can tell you that this thing was not supposed to go on this long. This thing is stretched on way, way longer than anybody in their wildest dreams ever thought would. So like I said, my goal is to paint this picture of this area, this specific area, and hopefully the Chinese and the Russians can help remote influence this, that we can work together and basically interfere and infect the genetics and consciousness of people that are underground in these areas. And eventually I'd love to, like I said, actually enter these areas and kill these people. From what I've gathered, I'm a master of game theory. I've already played it out innumerable times. And once we get to that point of the Russians and Chinese coming here, I'm of way too much value to do this. It'd be better that I go somewhere in a secure location over there, and then like I said, have waves of people come in here. The first wave come in, and after another year to 2.5 years, we could bring in more Russians and Chinese. Then after another 2.5, and then after about 25 years, I think it would be safe to say that even if they wanted to detonate nukes here, I think it'd be outside the parameters of the electrical engineering and other things. Like I said, it would be more likely that there would be no issues then. We'd be past that point. And I'm going to start naming some areas. Like I said, I wanted to do a map, start showing on a map and triangulate areas. It would be a clusterfuck. It would be of no value whatsoever. For those of you who do not know this area, I'm sorry. Like I said, you may have to look some of this area up. Everything I'm telling you is true. I've spent years and years of researching this, working and putting this all together, and I could not possibly name everything. I'm going to start off on Homeville Road. There's a road, Homeville Road. It sits up very high. I had innumerable friends that had died, and I really almost wonder if they really died, or if they, like I said, they were either killed because they knew too much and they didn't want them talking when they were drunk or something, or just something shady about it. Right near Homeville Road, there's this German Jew fuck, J.D. Ekman. He owns this bridge company. Zionist piece of crap. He's a big player in this. 896 is an area called Andrews Bridge. The Andrews, another really key area there. On Homeville Road, there's another guy named Chuck Artinian who had this. He was a big real estate mogul, not really big, but moderately real estate mogul back in the day. I live under the Chuck Artinian's old farm. Is a big one. My friend Nicholas Louis Patronani IV, he supposedly committed suicide. I believe he was killed. Something real shady about it. Real shady. Me and him would have been great friends. He had air ride trucks. He knew we were together. We would have already been working on hydraulic vehicles. They knew where we were going with the whole thing. He was a hockey friend of mine. They had he had an ACL tear. They had this kid on huge doses of OxyContin, real OxyContin back in the day, Percocet, Vicodin, five or six different types of painkillers, and they were setting up a perfect storm scenario. And this is why I'm guessing the Canadians were this really upset them, and they had no problem putting nukes on the border. And we were all good kids, and we were brought into this by evil people. Evil Zionist Jew pig shit that wanted to, like I said, overthrow the word of God. And he was an Italian, by the way. Like I said, he blue-eyed Italian boy. But like I said, he was a real good friend of mine. And next to where his parents have a shop doing marble and tile, there's New Bolton Farm, which is like the University of Pennsylvania. I believe there's some type of cryogenic thing going on there with horses. It's a real shady area down there. The DuPonts, other people. Not like I'm not going to get into that area too much, but I wanted to mention it. Chadds Ford, and goes into like Greenville, where like the Biden is from. Biden's real from Scranton, but anyhow. So then you go down, like I said, this Homeville Road, another area. Like I said, there's the Walton Farm, and like I believe that these bunkers that they have are separate from the rest. They're like, this is like the Walton Farm, like the Walton family of Walmart heirs. And like I said, I believe that their bunkers, like they do not like you going near there. Like there's huge pushback. And right next to the Walton Farm is Bush Road. Like I said, you know, like let's have the Dallas Cowboys and have a quarterback with the last name Prescott. Nobody's gonna know. Like fucking retarded Bushes. Oh my god, I can't stand them. Nasty, stinky ass Barbie Bush. I can't wait to machete that stupid bitch and all her fucking clones. Like I pray to God in the name of fucking Allah. You mean like Barbara Bush? Anyhow, like I said, a disgrace to the Russians and Ukrainians. Like they're not cool with this. It's going to go down ugly. And so like I said, the Walton Farm right there, literally, you look it up. Walton Farm, Cockerville. They have dairy farm, and then like I said, okay, so you get down a little bit more. There's Shkapansky Road, and there's this huge gated estate with a Campbell used to own. There's this lady, Mary Alice Durance Malone Campbell. One of the heirs, she owns 40% of the outstanding shares of Campbell Soup. She's the second richest woman in Pennsylvania. She has a couple $1 billion, not really that big of a deal anymore. She has Iron Spring Farm. It's like one of the premier horse estates or horse facilities on the East Coast, and like she literally pays to have alfalfa from organic alfalfa from California, like trucked over the entire country to feed her horses. They have air conditioning and heating in these horse barns. Like guarantee you this bitch has innumerable clones. And like I said, my first girlfriend happened to be friends with some guinea nigger Italian that was friends with one of my best friends. Didn't even live in this area. They were stealing condoms, and like it was like all perpetuated. Evil motherfuckers. I hope they get macheted too. And anyhow, so then okay, like this is just one area. You take this a little bit further, there's an area called Oxford, and it goes into Crone, Maryland, and then all the way to Aberdeen and Edgewood. Like I'm not even going to get into Aberdeen and Edgewood. I've talked in the past. Like they have like massive colonies of like kids. When I went there for a couple of years, the whole point of me going there was to steal genetics from me for those 2 years. There's no way that my sister and my mom did not have knowledge of this. No way. Like I said, like when I finally get my stage, like my mom and sister, like if they attempted to even go with me, they would get ran off the stage within 2 questions. They wouldn't last. It was like like I said, they were obviously promised some type of bunker facility from Trump, and like other people as well. Moving along here. Okay, the thumbnail that I'm going to use for this whole thing is me in front of this Action Manufacturing Company. The local bomb factory. Literally, there's a bomb factory. And I actually knew one of the neighbors, like one of the girls, she was probably part of this whole thing too, that lived right there. She said that literally like every month they have at least the ambulance come several times. People like blowing their fingers and toes off. Like the bomb factory. They have all these little separate buildings where they keep stuff in. And definitely underneath there, there's something going on. Right next to the Amish. The Amish are involved in all this. So, okay, we go up to Walmart. There's like a Walmart in Parkersburg. Right next to Hershey's Market. Like the Hershey's company. Hershey's candies, actually, I believe, sold out to a Chinese company now. But for the record, like Hershey's, there's Hershey Park. And like right next, that's right where Milton Hershey Military Academy. Right next to the Pennsylvania State Police Academy. Pennsylvania State Police tied into the whole Penn State pedophilia thing. Like this is like there was a bigger thing going on here with the Penn State thing that like it's bigger than me, bigger than Joe Paterno. If they got up and started wanting to talk about this, they either would have been killed or silenced, or under national security shut down by the Bushes. And like I said, I'm not saying I don't really know for a fact, but I believe that Joe Paterno was a good man, and like there was something shady about the whole fucking thing. And like I said, you see if like how many views I get on my channel. And like I said, like maybe he was trying to blow the whistle, or other people were as well. There was this big scene in the PSU documentary where he did not want to put the American flag on the jerseys, and they hated him for it. They like came after him, and I believe that he like this is one of the reasons he didn't want to do that. But yes, the Iron Spring Farm. If you go up there, this Mary Alice Durrance, she basically bought this entire township. She owns it. She's been multi-billionaire, and she like bought this entire township. Every single farm that ever came up, she bought eventually, or like forcibly bought it, forcibly took it over. And she has her little henchmen that work for her. You know, like you're not, like I said, I don't know if they have, I wouldn't say they have guns. It's not like going up to New York City where you go into like Upper East Side where like the people at the doors have machine guns. Maybe these people do, but like it's you get the point. Okay, big player here. And like I said, these people have stolen thousands and thousands of kids from me. And against my will. The Flagler Corporation. My sister had a friend that recently worked there. These people are like, they had some of the technology they had, like almost like there's only a couple people in the entire world that can do this. Like the Flagler Corporation out of Westwood, or I forget where, like near Oxford. I forget the London Grove or something like that it's called, not far from here. And they have the ability to like store like the most corrosive acids in like a pressurized tank. And, like you can't use a rubber seal; it eats right through the rubber. Like how do you store like acid in like a pressurized setting? Like it's like they're like it's that advanced. Like they're like pretty amazing stuff. They're like almost like I wouldn't even know how to do it. And like I said, very very deep into engineering. And like truth is, the Russians and Chinese have them beat. And like these people would get down and kiss the toes of the Russians and Chinese. And they were responsible for the Manhattan Project, where they were like one of the key players behind the Manhattan Project. Like I don't know if you like what will come up if you search for them. Flagler Corporation. Okay, Octorara School, where I went to school, real shady fucking place. There's everybody's known there's tunnels that go underneath the track there. Like you can actually, there used to be a place where you could see them. Kids actually used to sneak in there and smoke, do other stuff. I've heard like people being like girls being taken under there and kids being taken under there and molested and stuff. But like the guy that used to work for my stepfather told me that there's two tunnels. There's one that goes along the track, and then there's one that goes parallel to Route 41, and then there's another school right near there called West Fallowfield Christian School, and West Fallowfield Christian School. And right next to there, I had some of my Amish friends growing up. They have this place called Hidden Acres. Underneath there, they probably have stuff. So then we go to another real shady area. And I talked about the new Bolton Center, Penn New Bolton Center for the horses. We go over to the Chester County Airport. This other dickbag, John Rock. He's out there in Cochranville next to Bush Road. This dickless little Billy boy. And he's like was president of the Shire Foundation, where they have like he's like the world president of the Sheep Herders Association or something like that. And he's a dickless motherfucker, to be honest with you. And they, like I said, okay, so the Chester County Airport, everybody's known that there's bunkers under there. When the Pope came in here to Pennsylvania or Philadelphia, he landed right there. He landed in Philadelphia, and or landed right there at Chester County Airport. And there's a company, CTDI, where my aunt works for. They have another place in Westchester. Shady motherfucker. I'm guessing that this dude sucks off Trump, or like was part of this whole let's push him as some type of divine deity, and part of a big pedophilia ring, other things as well with evil Jews. And then like Pomeroy, there's a town called Pomeroy, right next to the Chester County Airport, right next to where my first girlfriend lived. And there's like this hidden area up there where I knew other people that lived up there, like on a hill, and like this other like the real secluded area. I know that there's some shady shit going on there. Anywhere where you see underground power lines or underground gas lines, you can almost guarantee, especially where the gas lines cross the railroad track, guaranteed underground bunker there. I mean, even it's well known that underneath like the whole entire Amtrak, there's underground stuff, and like they actually have very high speed stuff. Nothing like the Chinese have, like 300 miles an hour maglev trains, but other maglev trains that go pretty fast. They have ones that can be to DC pretty fast from here. And okay, so then we go to Coatesville, right near, like I said, near this whole area, Chester County Airport. And there's a steel steel plant. Just Lucan used to be called Lucan Steel. I think it's Midol Steel now. And like, just for record, the first 6 floors of the World Trade Centers were built there, were made, constructed, fabricated there. The first 6 floors of the World Trade Center were made at the steel plant, ironically. And like these same people were like in my family and others were like the ones involved in like 9/11. I truly believe that in all my heart. They need to go out back and shoot themselves in the head. Nobody will miss them. So then, like, okay, there's a Coatesville Veterans VA. The Veterans Hospital is a big hill there, not far from where my dad lives. Shady shit there. They started building these new developments where they probably wanted to like put a whole bunch of clones and some dickless fucking ex-Iraq, Afghanistan people or something like that. And like, I don't even think they'll ever have a chance to put the people there, to be honest with you. Or like, they're going to have to wait a very long time. Like, that's why they're building these houses now. They think that they're going to come out in the future and do it. It'll never happen. We will enter those bunkers and butcher you first before you ever have a dream of coming out and seeing the light of day. And believe me making this presentation right now terrifies the shit out of them. What makes the shit run down your leg? The fucking Chinese. And like, I don't even think the Chinese, the nuclear radiation bothers them. And you people are trapped underground now. Try to come out. You can't. Okay, so then we go to, like I said, okay, there's the Lucan Steel. Then there's a scrapyard where like they melt down the steel, like where you can take steel and sell it or whatever, scrap metal. And this other dickless little clown, this little dick boy Dustin, lives near there, and others. They have, like I said, are involved in this coup of cloning, and so I know there's shady shit there. Modena, backside of Modena, there's this place called the Beagle Club where my friends that all died. There was 3 brothers, and they all died magically, and it wasn't all from heroin. And like, I know there's some shady shit going on there. The Beagle Club, the old Beagle Club in Medina. Okay, then we go up to Strasburg Road. I think it's 162. And this is like basically the back between like the Thorndale and Westchester area, like backside of Thorndale, Embryville. And this is where it starts to get real stinky. And these people were stupid enough to like name the roads after them, like DuPont Road or whatever. Anyhow, so like they have a different tiered system. Like they have like these huge estates where like the rich people are, and colonies of clones, pedophilia rings, other things as well. Trump access to these the underground bunkers, and then they have, like I said, like developments for their minions and the workers that live there. And like so you go into Romansville, Strasburg. Like there's like this big circle in Romansville. To the right, there's like a development. Go in there and see if like there's like probably over 100 houses, and you might see 3 or 4 people. Like they're completely abandoned. But then like through my remote viewing, one day I went magically to this spot. Okay, so you go around the circle, then you go to Shady Side Road, then you take Shady Side Road to Glenside Road, and then you keep going up the hill. And then there's an estate there, like a guard, like with a gatehouse, and like you really can't see in there. Go on Google Earth and look at this. I don't even know the address. I'm not going to give it to you, but you can clearly see there's like an entrance, like a portal, like from Google Earth you can see it, like where like almost like you can start taking cars underground or like an elevator or something like that. Like clearly see it, and like it opens up, like an underground tunnel. They did not want me finding this. So then, like you go in this, okay, that's where like the main estate is, and like I don't know who owns it or where. It's like probably some shady motherfuckers. Maybe that's where the state police go in and out of or whatever. But then there's the next to it, there's right next to it a development, and there's like one way in. It's like almost unsafe. Like you could literally wait at the beginning of this place with guns and like just kill these people, or like have like military there, like the Chinese, Russians could show up, and like these people couldn't get in and out any other way. They'd be forced to have. It's like almost unsafe how they have this design. And like that was like the giveaway. How they have it designed is very poor. So anyhow, right next to there, this Romig Road, and there's a school there. And like I think that like after I kind of got onto them, I think they moved the school. So you got to understand that like they've already killed a whole bunch of people off, which violates, I think that's like the 3rd Amendment. Like you can't like take somebody's land and put military there. Like literally it's against the Constitution to do this. And to like forcibly use your land for, to facilitate military or some other type of thing. And add it to the list of other bullshit that they've done. These people have, like I said, all kinds of universities that they could go to. Franklin and Marshall College, they'll go there. Then maybe Villanova, maybe to the University of Penn. They can move around. Like I said, they can always stay ahead of me. But like I said, anywhere there's gas lines or power lines, it's like a dead giveaway. So then, okay, now we go back up to Strasburg Road. That was one side of this whole like area here. Then we go to the Embryville, Pennsylvania State Police Barracks, where my friend helped build. Absolutely, actually, and old friend, not my friend. And the original one they knocked down. And if you know where that is, you can clearly see it's like on top of a hill. There's definitely like some other type of underground shit going on. And this is where it ties into Trump. Like there's a golf course right past there, like right next to a golf course. And Trump, literally, I heard him talk about it years ago, this like motivational thing that he did. And like his friend owns this golf course. And like I said, this whole little area was like Trump Acres. They had this facilitated for nuclear warfare with little Dick Boy Barron and all these other clones. And they thought they were going to take over the world from this area. And they were going to push me out or kill me off. And, get like, my consciousness was just going to transcend on or something magical. But Pennsylvania State Police involved next to, okay, and this is at the backside of Chester County Hospital. Magically, Embryville, we had like other hospitals that closed. So like if I had to go to the hospital, it would be there. And like it's like they think that they're going to get me underground. You're not going to get me. I will die with honor. Like please facilitate in the name of honor, facilitate my transfer. Haven't you taken enough from me? Taken enough from me. So like okay, right next to this golf course, there's some new homes, and like I said, there's this big hill, and you go down Strasburg Road a little bit further towards Westchester. And like I said, like to the right of this area, like when you're heading towards Westchester, is like this Route 52, and it goes out to that Chad's Ford, and like I said, the DuPonts, and to like 926, like Campbell's, other like really, really, really like some of the most beautiful areas in the entire world. Most beautiful state who are like horse estates, amazing, like amazing. Someday I want to have a place there, if not the whole thing with the Chinese and Russians. It really like should be a national park. This whole area, to be honest with you. And like they keep building. The evil German Jews just keep building. They're like when they want to destroy it. Like I said, like that's fine that we have 1 billion Chinese people that need homes. So like I said, like okay, then you go down Strasburg Road towards Westchester, a little bit past the Embryville State Police Barracks, and there's this Telegraph Road. You'll see it to the left, right before you go over a bridge. Make a left down Telegraph Road, and then like as you're going down, there's a right down a dirt road. I don't know the name of it, but then you can see that clearly that's where like a huge hideaway is. Like these hidden estates and like shady shit going on there. Like please, if you have the ability, America, go down this Telegraph Road and go make a right down the other one and just live there. Just like I said, step on these people's toes. And like I said, spit on their face if you see them too. The clones, the greaseball Italians, and German Jews. And so, like I said, okay, if you keep going, you go out to this road called 322. You make a right, it goes to Westchester. You make a left, it goes to Downingtown, like where my dad lives. Okay, you make the left, there's a quarry right there. And like where my sister, one of her first jobs was. And like these other evil Jews that like basically are in this coup together. And like I had jobs working for these people that lived like right near there. And like that's how I know like the giveaway. Like where like either people's friends were where they lived, or like where people like that I worked for lived. Like and like I said, it almost makes it unfair, but no, they stole kids from me. Fuck them. They get what they deserve. They deserve to be butchered with machetes. On some China is my sword. Anyhow. So, okay, so you come out to 322, and there's this civil engineering company, railroad salvage company called Terra that I did a little bit of work for years ago, or like I had friends that worked there, and Terra contractors. This is on like near Boot Road, and there's other guy that my sister knew named Jimmy. This guy named James Martin. Like I said, like oh, what a coincidence. Like there's certain people that were players in this whole thing. And like they at one point they had thought that they were like they had the whole show. Now they're realizing it was a setup. That they're like a fucking clowns on the world stage level. Like maybe they used to go to Germany or France and think that they were something special. Go to Russia and China, or go to like I said some of these Muslim countries. And that's another thing I want to say. Like I'm sure some of these areas that they have underground are really nice. I can tell you like the real people in the Vogel family where I'm from, they're not using veneers. They're not using laminate. Like I said, straight up. Like they wouldn't like. I can tell you right now. I can tell you. Like look up the Tashkent, Uzbekistan bunkers. Like I said, this are Tashkent, Uzbekistan metro, and even compare it to and then look up Moscow metros. Like I said, believe me, others have been preparing for this for years and years and years, baby. They said you're not alone. And like I said, these people are way, way tighter in their lineages and aren't relying on some incestuous Ukrainian girls for their like the main source of their gene pool. Like I said, the Chinese invented incest. DuPont's, they can clearly see informalities and other things. But this Terra company, like I said, they're right there. And like I said, just this whole area. Then you get to the greaseball guinea nigger Jeff D'Ambrosio, D'Ambrosio Dodge. He's involved. And like I said, it ties into like other people as well. And then you keep going even further. Like I said, out past this, and you get into like Malvern and Vanguard Corporation, the enemy of thine. And then there's this flat road. Look up flat road, go around it, and you can see this huge. It looks like a landfill or like a quarry. And like it's clearly obvious, like they're not even trying to hide. Like that's where like one of the entrances is. Now that's where right within walking distance of where my sister lives now. And again, you people are not going to get me. I believe these people have like stolen eggs. Like there's like missing eggs from the Imperial Fabergé egg collection. I believe that like there's like Russians that defected that like have stuff under there. They have vaults there, like a very, very valuable stuff, like heirloom stuff of like you can't imagine like. And like, oh, let's put it in the hands of Vanguard, Limp Dick Vanguard Corporation. Other people are there as well. Like Microsoft has a big stake. Other globalist thugs. Guarantee the Gateses are involved. And I'm going to try to hurry this up. My dad worked for Mobil Oil. And like I said, they have a terminal right there. PSU, Penn State University, Great Valley campus. So we go a little bit further past that. So that's like not even debated. Like that's where, like I said, like you start seeing a little bit of higher quality girls, the clones and so forth. I think most of them are underground. All the ones and the twos are underground. Like I said, the rest of them, like some of them, like a lot of them are probably in New Jersey and other places. And like keep in mind that gamma radiation falls to the lowest level, and like sea level is like right at zero. This summer, I'm going to be going a lot to Seabright, Long Branch, and Monmouth Beach. Like there's like only 3 beaches, and then Sandy Hook. Sandy Hook's a national park. And like there's like these huge seawalls. Like I'm gonna step on these people's toes. I'm gonna camp there. And like I said, it's some amazing fish. Amazing fishing. Blows like the rest of New Jersey out of the water. They actually have sand eels there, which is like what everything wants, like crack to fish. Like there used to be sand eels up the entire coast, but for some reason they just moved north. You can actually like fly fish for fish there. There's that many of them. Like insane. Fill coolers full of fish. Anyhow, Villanova, you go a little bit further, Bryn Mawr College. There's 5 universities. They're like right in one little area. And like there's this area called Partridge Lane. Like where Danny Bonaducci was from, I think. The Partridge family. CIA bullshit. Mind control bullshit from back in the day. They had this plan. Beautiful, huge estates. Some of the most beautiful houses in the world. Like maybe not like the newest, but like as far as old money goes, beautiful. Like pristine. Their pool houses are nicer than, they're like estate quality almost. Just the pool house itself. So you have Villanova, Bryn Mawr College, Haverford College, Newman College, and Rosemont College all together. And then like, this gets into like Lower Merion area. Like I said, big old money. You go further into Philadelphia, you have like Penn University of Pennsylvania, Temple, St. Joe's. But there's 5 that I previously mentioned. They're definitely doing some stuff there. I stepped on their toes a lot. Soon they will graduate. I honestly don't like. You go to these universities, there's nobody there. Like I said, I do a lot of work. There's nobody out. I'm gonna probably get cut off here soon. So when I do, that's it. Know that there's several junctions in these bunkers. That like there's certain point, like certain junctions go up to like Reading area. And then like where some of them maybe go out to like State College, some of them go up towards New York, and then like they pretty much knew that Long Island was going to be cannon fodder in the event of nuclear war, and that like Stamford, Connecticut, big things going on in Stamford, Connecticut. They've wasted so much of life and energy and resources to facilitate all this. It's really sad, and they like raped the earth. It's like going to leave scars on the earth forever. We almost like we need to rapture out like I'm going to do in China and go to like a new world and like make sure this doesn't happen again. And like I said, literally in DC, they literally almost have to put footprints on the ground. The kids are that stupid. It's like a joke. Like, let's put yellow footprints, like from the follow where the bunkers are. Like, I've done it like probably 75 places, and almost like there's certain themes near all of them. Like, oh, there's a school here, there's a quarry here. There's, like I said, like you can clearly see certain themes, and almost all these houses are empty. It's really, really insane. The Bushes, the DuPonts, the Campbells, the Rothschilds, the Gateses, the UK, and like I said, the UK got lit up. And the Scottish people did. And they brought a whole bunch of retarded British people here. And New Jersey's already been hit. And I can't wait until the Russians and the Chinese come here and cut these people up. And Aberdeen and Edgewood, there's really nowhere stinkier than that. Like I said, like everybody's involved in this deep coup. All my friends have been fake. All my family is involved. It's really, really sad to be me. And my goal is to make these people shake. Like I said, I truly believe that good will always defeat evil in the end. Lies and darkness will always be defeated by truth in the day of light. And a day above ground is probably worth maybe 40 to 45 below ground. As always, folks, take care. If you're still with me in all these 3 parts, bless your soul. Please feel free to leave comments or anything. Like I said, if you don't know this area, try looking it up on a map and or maybe coming here for yourself. You don't see the clones like you used to, but you'll see the houses are empty. It's pretty bizarre. Pretty creepy. It's like Jonestown or something like that. Like this area is going to be like a nuclear wasteland someday. Like I said, once I get out of here, they're going to detonate this whole place into oblivion. They have hypersonics stretched across the entire. They don't even need hypersonics. They can use supersonics. Like there's no defense standing in their way. Even if the United States started trying to put up missile defense systems, they're not even qualified to stop the supersonics. And even if they hit them right at the Canadian border, the fallout's still going to come in. Take care, folks. God bless. We can be to New York City in maybe 6 minutes, 4 to 6 minutes flat, 8 minutes tops to DC. Take care.